Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. These are Blade and Soul skill basics for the assassin. So let's get right into it. The first skill we're going to talk about, it's your basic spender ability. You can use it at any time you have a target in your reticle. It's called Heart Stab. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it tier 4 stage 1. And what that's going to do, it's also going to unlock the ability Venom Pierce, which we'll talk about in a little bit. This is Heart Stab. It's just your basic stab. You're stabbing him in the belly. Well, you're trying to stab him in the heart, but it's out of reach, so you go for the belly. Now, that didn't look very powerful, but let's see it again, only this time we'll use Heart Stab while in stealth. As you can see, it's an instant cast, and it's got a nifty little lightning effect added to it. Now, it's not actually increasing your damage when you're in stealth directly, but because it activates faster and the way it reacts with other abilities, it will increase your overall damage per second. Heart Stab, Heart Stab, Heart Stab, Heart Stab, dead. Now, before we close out of Heart Stab completely, we're going to take a look at Venom Pierce. This ability is usable if you counter an enemy attack within 0.5 seconds of activating Decoy. Now that happened really fast, so let's slow it down and see it again. So this big guy starts charging at me. I'm not having it. Put up that log. Right after that, you see Venom Pierce becomes active. Give him a little stab in the gut, apply a stack of poison, and then it changes back into Heart Stab. Start giving him that lightning poke right in the belly, taking him out real smooth. Boom. Look at that force. Okay, next up we have two abilities that work together to create your animation canceling combination while in stealth. That's Lightning Pierce and Lightning Rod. Lightning Pierce, that's a proc ability. After you get a critical hit with Heart Stab while you're in stealth, you can use Lightning Pierce. You do a nice little flip and you whip them with that lightning. And then Lightning Rod, it regenerates some of your focus and does some big damage. It's really cool. Those abilities are your bread and butter damage while in stealth. Unfortunately, you can't use them while you're out of stealth, so the idea is when you're playing an assassin, you want to stay in stealth as long as possible so you can Lightning Rod, Lightning Pierce, and Heart Stab as much as you possibly can. It'll drive you crazy how much Heart Stabbing and Lightning Piercing and Lightning Rodding you're gonna do. Now, before we close out of this completely, let's take a look at what those abilities look like when you use them at full speed, or as fast as you possibly can. You become this little ball of ferociously invisible lightning, and it's intense. I love it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that force. Okay, here we go. These next two abilities are some of my favorites to chain together because they just look really cool. It's Spinal Tap Tier 2 Form 1 and Shadow Slash Tier 2 Form 4, or Stage 4, the two words are interchangeable. Now here's the thing, these two abilities don't do that much damage on their own because they can't be animation cancelled in the same way you can with Heart Stab because they have cooldowns, and in addition to that, they break you out of stealth. So when you're not in stealth as an assassin, you're not at your best. But these abilities set up some other interesting possibilities. Spinal Tap is a stun, it applies a bleed, and if the target is stunned by the ability, they get poisoned as well. And Shadow Slash, I like that ability because whenever you are out of stealth, which you try to keep to a minimum, you're gonna have this available to you with a 3-second cooldown. It's just gonna be there, and it's some nice quick damage. The next two abilities we have are Sneak Attack Tier 2 Form 1 and Shadow Dash Tier 3 Form 1. We're going to talk about Shadow Dash first. This is your main ability for getting into stealth. I like to call it Slip and Slide, honestly, because that's what you do. Whenever you get to an enemy and you're like, hey, I want to kill them, slip and slide. Just dash in there. You can do it every 6 seconds. The duration of stealth is 6 seconds. So you could pretty much be in stealth forever if you chain it together well with other mobs and other abilities, but you have to be careful because if you use it from the front of the target, it's not going to put you in the stealth. And then, well, this guy's going to try and beat you up if you're not in stealth. But he can't catch you. He can't catch you. Now, let's talk about Sneak Attack, right? It's a 2-press ability. The first press, you throw your dagger into your opponent. The next press, you teleport behind the target and give him a nice little slash. The way we've tiered it up, it dazes the target as well, and that's always very helpful. Now, I did a nice little combo here. I chained sneak attack into a backstep and a shadow dash to put me back into stealth. That's a cool combination you can do whenever you need to. Just a few seconds ago, I said something that isn't quite true. I said sneak attack puts you behind the target. It doesn't actually put you behind the target. It puts you on the opposite side of the target. So let's see what that looks like. I'm standing behind this guy. I throw dagger as the first setup to sneak attack. Then I activate sneak attack. But wait a minute, I'm in front of this guy. So now, all of a sudden, my backstep into shadow dash combo is not going to put me back into stealth. So just be careful about your placement. And there you have it, people. These have been some skill basics for the assassin class in Blade and Soul. Those are by no means all the abilities in the assassin's toolkit. Those are not all the combos you can do. Those are just some that'll get you started. So thank you as always for watching and tuning in to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making it.